טוקס פודקאסטים, TOKZ.co.il. אזורית, תכנית כדורסל הנשים של בקדור.
שלום חובבי הכדורסל, אנחנו אזורית, שינינו שם, עדיין תחת בקדור, אנחנו תכנית כדורסל הנשים של בקדור חדש, אזורית, עדיין תחת TOKZ, TOKZ.co.il, והיום הרעיון הזה יתקיים באנגלית, אני מאוד מקווה שאני אצלח את האתגר הזה, לאחר שעמית אלמן גילה בארצות הברית שחקנית סופר מיוחדת, היא משלימה כאן בדיוק עשור של קריירה בכדורסל הנשים הישראלי, 2 בבנות הרצליה, 2 ברמת גן, 3 שנים באשדוד, 1 שנה בחולון, 2 במכבי חיפה. אני גאה ושמח לארח כאן באולפן את צ'לסי שלומית הופקינס. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I mean, bittersweet. My final day in Israel.
Final ever.
Not ever. I mean, this was like my second home, but playing wise, yeah. But visiting, absolutely not. I'll definitely be back.
It's like, that's it.
That's it. It's over.
It's over. Like your career altogether, or?
Yeah, pretty much altogether. I might, maybe join a league that's closer to stateside.
Okay.
Something maybe for
something like a G League. Or...
not quite G League, but there's summer leagues, Mexico, Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
Something stateside since I'm still a little bit in basketball mode, but definitely by next fall, I will be officially retired, and there will be no more basketball.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you? I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to ask women this question, but
32.
32.
Yes,
that's pretty young, man, to retire.
Yeah, 33 in July. I mean, I had 10 years pro career, so I just feel like, although I still feel like I could play, like I think the time is right to just, end it here, basically.
How was it? How's Israel to you? How do you sum up your career and life in this country?
Well, like I said, Israel is like my second home. Like I have so many friends here. I've had such a positive experience here. When I got here 10 years ago, like I really didn't know what to expect. But I think when I look back now, as I'm getting ready to leave, like it was just greater than I could ever have imagined. Just between, the relationships that I've met, the basketball that I've played, the success that I've had in the league. I can't say I could have predicted it to be like this. So I just feel super grateful. And, like I said, it's bittersweet, it's sad, but I'm happy with how things turned out.
Every season that you completed here, you took all your stuff back, or you knew that you're gonna come back?
Well, I always take my stuff back, but I always had plans to. Why not? I mean, it's my stuff. No, I always come with like a lot of sneakers and like stuff like that, so they have to come with me. But in general, this is the first time I can say, I don't know when I'll be back, which is weird for me. Like I would take all my stuff, pack it up, but I always knew, okay, I'll be back in Israel at some point.
You always knew you're gonna be back.
Yeah,
every single season.
I think after I established myself here, like I had opportunities to go play in other countries, especially.
Why didn't you? I can only assume it was more money.
Well, not necessarily. When I was league MVP playing Ramat Gan before I jumped to Ashdod, like I had, quite a bit interest from just other countries and other teams, but I just felt like I was established here. I had high market value here, so the offers that I was getting here are significantly higher than some of these other countries, really? And I just felt comfortable here. Like once you have friends and like family, like one of my best friends in the world now is Nofar Shalom. So, being able to
we can see that in social media, all these trips to London and Vegas and Shahid also,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
guess.
And Shiran Zahiri, who's no longer in the league anymore, Shahid Iran. So I have real friends, real relationships here. So I think it's just very comfortable when you look like basketball aside to be in a place where, you can call home and it's familiar to you. So that's kind of why I stuck around.
I can't believe you're not going to coming back. I can't believe this league is going to take place next year, and
nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. So the time has to like really come, because everybody's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, you'll be back next year. But I'm like, no, I won't.
Ever any thoughts of playing for the national team? Ever?
I mean, I would have loved that opportunity, but it wasn't until...
Because Jenny took this opportunity after I don't know, 2 or 3 years.
No, absolutely. And well-deserved. Jenny's an excellent player.
Jenny's unbelievable.
She had an MVP season and, Rishon, and, she definitely deserves the citizenship. But I don't really think that they were considering too much, giving out a passport like that until recently. So not to say that they would have picked me, but, as they become more competitive on the national scene, they realize that, these countries are always bringing in a foreign import, and you kind of need it to be competitive. So, the timing works perfectly for Jenny. Well deserved. But I don't really think I thought about
guys now. We got bigger guys now. It's going to be easier.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I don't really think I thought about it too much because I didn't really think it was an option until kind of Jenny got it, and now I'm at the end. So
yeah, wow, you're at the end. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay, so we'll divide it. Let's talk about your career here, and then we'll talk about your second career, who's coming up.
Yeah,
it's coming up, man. The prime moment here.
I think the prime moment was probably winning league MVP with Ramat Gan. It was devastating because we lost in the finals.
Didn't take the championship.
I know, and we were the best team all year. So that was, heartbreaking. But ultimately, I was able to sign with Ashdod the following 3 seasons. I made a lot of money. I bought a house. So, I mean, you always have to look at the bright side.
There, I guess.
In Vegas, Las Vegas, where I'm from.
Okay.
And also, I won my first championship. We took the double my first year in Ashdod. It was me, the late Tiffany Jackson, and Tiffany Hayes. We won the cup. We won the championship. We were kind of expected to win.
That's really good.
But it felt good. I mean, it was my first championship. I won a cup championship with Herzliya, a cup with Ramat Gan, but this was my first league championship.
Liad Sweat.
Yes, Liad. Vet, OG.
Yeah. Best coach?
Best coach? Wow, I've played for everybody.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't really know if I could say. I like different things about different coaches. If I had to break down certain aspects, I think. Well, Shira, I was MVP when I played for her in Ramat Gan, but Shira is incredible at scouting report and preparation. She's probably the best in the business in terms of, breaking down the game plan and what we're going to do.
I think she's becoming really good at managing the game. Last 2 years, she became unbelievable.
Yeah,
in that field.
She's definitely grown tremendously since I played for her, and it's been fun to just kind of watch her elevate in her career. And when I first got to the league, she was coaching in Rishon. So I watched her kind of go, Rishon, Ramat Gan, Ramle, move her way up. So now she's, competing in the Euro Cup. They made it deep run. Maybe Ramle will go to Euro League. And I think she is always learning and always open to just getting better. I see her going to the States and, trying to take notes from these WNBA teams and just people that she can be a sponge. And I think that's super important when you're just kind of growing as a coach. So I think Shira's definitely going in the right direction. I had the opportunity to play for Adon, who I think is incredible at just X's and O's and just kind of making in-game adjustments and stuff like that. I've had a lot of coaches that I love for just letting me be me. And, I have a reputation for just being kind of crazy. So, from Omri to Gilad to Muya, my recent coach, which we developed a great relationship at the end, they let me be me. And that's basketball aside is the biggest thing.
I think they have no other option. I mean, you're going to be you.
That's true.
I think that's
sometimes coaches
we can't
want to
say that
fight
about any other player in this league. I mean, any foreign player that comes here needs to adjust herself to the team, except for Shlomit, because the team needs to adjust to you.
I know, but it could be a gift and a curse. I feel I have a lot of, I'm a high IQ player, a lot of knowledge and stuff too. But it's a lot. I'm never gonna say that it's not. I'm very vocal. I'm very animated. I'm very emotional. Very passionate. So for me, just these coaches allowing me to be me has always been, the biggest thing for me, basketball aside, whether they were great at X's, O's or scout or whatever, just allowing me to do my thing is why I feel I've been so successful here. So I can't really say I haven't had a coach or I've had a coach that hasn't let that happen. So that's what I'm most grateful for.
To sum up this last season, or this season, How was it for you?
This season was very adverse. Like, it was one of the most challenging seasons that I've had, honestly. We had
Coach was replaced.
Yeah, coaching changed early. I really struggled with my knees this year. I had a lot of
As we can see, the viewers can't see it, but damn, the thing you have on your knee now.
Yeah,
that looks very bad, man.
Had to get a couple cortisone shots throughout the season, and then obviously at the end, we needed one game to advance to the Final Four, and I was injured in the second to last game, so I spent my final game in Israel. No, I did not play. I was in this brace that you see now. I just hyperextended my knee, so no surgery or anything required, thankfully, but I was not able to compete in our last game. And then in our second to last game, I was kind of like a shell of myself, but I was so upset that I demanded that my coach leave me in the game, even though I probably shouldn't have been in the game. And so we had a big lead in that game, and we weren't able to win either. And all we really needed was one win to keep playing. And I think the sad part, too, is, if we would have won one of those two games, I'd be playing in the playoffs now. Sore knee and all, I would have pushed through it.
How? For God's name, how are you going to play with this thing?
Because, well, first of all, I would not play with this brace. I'm wearing this brace, more for just stability and letting my knee be calm. But I don't have any structural damage. I don't think people know how bad my knees are.
That's crazy talk.
But I've for sure played. I would be playing out there. I don't care. There's just no way. So,
but it's your health, man. You got to go home and live your life.
Yes, but it's over now. So I would have liked ideally to, finish on the court, and I can figure out my legs later. That's why I'm calling it a quit. That's why I'm calling it a quits earlier. So I'm not in a wheelchair. See, I'm not trying to push it to the limit. I'm just trying to finish strong. So,
lowest moment ever.
Lowest moment. Oof. I've had some lows, that's for sure. Wow.
Doesn't have to be here, by the way.
Well, I think the lowest moment I felt personally was probably in college. Out of high school, I signed to Duke. That was in 2008. We were, top team in the country. I was a total nerd in high
17.
school. No, 3. When I signed to Duke, we were number 3 in the country.
No, you were 17.
Oh, yeah. I was 18. I turned 18 that summer going into college. Yeah. So we were number 3 in the country. I was a total nerd, very academic in high school. So I was super excited about going to Duke because, they had the best combination of basketball and academics at the time. But when I got there, I was just small. They wanted me to get bigger. I'm doing all kinds of weight gain and crazy workout plan to try to be prepared to play. And then shortly after starting my freshman year, I tore my meniscus in my left knee. And after that, it was a trickle effect. I tore it in my left knee, came back 4 months later, tore it again. Sat out, came back a year later, tore my right knee. So I think playing wise, that was a time where I'm okay, I can't do this.
That's low, all right.
Yeah, I just felt I never really would be the same player or play basketball again. And here we are, 12 years from my last surgery. I made it out.
That's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you explain it? Because it's you have to have a really, really strong body and unbelievable workouts.
I'm just a woman of faith. I believe that, even when unfortunate things happen, they happen for a reason. And, God worked it out where I was able to transfer to San Diego State. I was newcomer of the year. I was player of the year. I have all the assist records there. I still touched the WNBA, became a pro. So I think it was just written. And that's kind of how life works out sometimes.
Any team in Israel that you wished you played for and didn't?
No. I'm a big fan.
You didn't play for Ramle, Ramat HaSharon.
I'm a fan of playing for the teams that wanted me to play for them. So there's not a team that I didn't play for that offered me a good contract and I refused it. So every team I played for, I was supposed to be on.
And next season, when you see this league from outside, who are you going to cheer for?
Like I said, I have a lot of friends, and I've developed some relationships.
Cheer for your friends,
absolutely, yeah.
Not for a specific team.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a dog in the fight now, but as far as individuals, I've started to get close to some of the young girls, so I'm just excited to kind of watch them grow. Tamar Zinger, Gili Eisner, Nora Kalouf is playing for, Ramle. These are my young girls. And, I yelled at them a lot. So the least I could do is watch and see how they grow and figure it out. So I'll definitely be locked in.
Best foreign player I've ever played with or against.
Ooh.
Let's do with and against.
Oh my gosh, I've played against so many people.
I know.
There's so many people that have passed
10 years,
through
it's
this league.
like hundreds of people, but still.
Best player I probably played with. I think the person that put me in awe the most was probably Danielle Adams. Me and Danielle played in Ashdod together. Yeah, we played in Ashdod together, and we played in Ramat Gan together. And just to see somebody so naturally gifted is kind of just like, dang, like, what can't she do? You know, like, and
so smart.
She's incredible.
Best hand ever.
She's one of my closest foreign friends that or American friends, not foreign, but, you know, Americans that I've got really close to just over the years in Israel. And I think if I just had to pinpoint on one, she would definitely be like at the top of the list. In terms of like playing against, like, there's been a lot of really good like guards that passed through Israel. I don't know, Jameera Faulkner, she played for Halone one season. She was a monster. Jasmine Thomas, my former Duke teammate, she came into the league and she was incredible. I pick mostly point guards because obviously those are the people that I'm matching up with. The one player that I didn't get to play against who I thought was just incredible was Kelsey Mitchell. She played last year in Ramleh, obviously, but for a short time. And I was just like, damn, like, this girl is very good.
She was very talented.
And she ended up leaving before I got to match up with her. But just natural talent and physical ability, she was incredible too. But I mean, it's so many people I've passed through. Like, I could give a list of, you know, people that I respect and I've had battles with. And, you know, I could go on and on.
Let's talk about your next career. I'm hearing you're going to be a GM in the NBA.
I mean, this is my dream. I would love...
And you're working for that dream for the last 2 or 3 years.
I mean, it's kind of the situation where I've developed some good connections with different people that are in front offices and different teams in the NBA, but a lot of my people are just like, yo, you're great, but like, you need to retire. Like, if you want to go all in, like, NBA is a year-round thing. It's not a, hey, come work for us in the summer and then, okay, see you around, you're going to Israel for, 7 months. Like, it's something that you have to really
7 months? You're here for 7 months?
I mean, usually...
the league is so short.
I mean, I'm usually here till the end. This is an early departure for me. So I'm usually here for 6.5, pushing 7 months or whatever. So I made some good connections and my people are just like, yo, we love you. And when you're ready to like be in there, then we will get your foot in the door. So I have some Zoom calls coming up, some people that I'm going to connect with. But ultimately, my dream is to be the first female and Black GM of an NBA team. So
wow. Do you know where? Do you have any direction?
I'm totally open, but word on the street is that Vegas is going to get an NBA team. So obviously being
LeBron
from there,
and stuff.
Being from there, that would be incredible. And they don't have a team yet, so I feel like they're years away from getting a team. So by that time, I should be, working my way up the ranks. And obviously being a general manager is still years away, but that's my goal. So sometimes the timing.
That's unbelievable. I mean, setting this goal for your career and life, wow, that's unbelievable. Is there any chance this team will be a real thing in the next...
that's what they're saying.
The upcoming years?
But all I can really do is just like prepare myself, to take advantage of these opportunities when they come. And I'm open to any team, like, and life happens. Like, maybe I won't be a team. Maybe I'll be with the WNBA. Like, I really have no idea, but I know that I'm just trying to take steps towards, being in position to kind of just move up.
Living in the desert. How's that? How's this life? Because we here live in the desert. Really? It's amazing?
I am... totally biased to Vegas. I am all in. Best city ever. Everybody wants to come there. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Come on.
Why? Because of all the casinos or?
Because I'm from there and I have to ride for Vegas no matter what. And but it's like, who doesn't want to come to Vegas? Like, do you understand when I'm in Israel and people are like, where are you from? I'm like, Las Vegas. They're like, wow. Las Vegas casino life. But they love it.
But people don't know that Vegas is more than the lights and the casinos, and it's mainly, it's like surrounded by a huge desert.
Yeah, it's a valley, so desert, mountains, and then it's like residential houses, and then the little 2-mile strip in the middle. But you
That
don't
everyone
know,
knows about.
Yeah, and you don't know what you don't know though. So when you go to Vegas and you're like, you only really think about the strip, but then you're like, wow, this is like a city and like people really live here. Then you see how great it is. Like even when I was in college, people used to be like, Las Vegas, like, do you live in a hotel? Or like people just have no idea. So that's why Vegas just blows your mind when you go there, and it's the best.
Are you gonna miss playing basketball?
Yeah. I mean, I think I am. It hasn't really quite hit me
again,
yet.
you're so young to retire. I mean, basketball players retire. We see LeBron now.
Yeah.
He's like 50.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm obviously have to stay in basketball in some capacity, you know, just for my own mental health. Like I would go crazy if I'm not doing something basketball related. Even in the summer, I coach AAU, so I have some young girls that, you know, I'm coaching and trying to help kind of grow the game. I have a lot of like college girls and just girls from the Vegas community that I'm mentoring and, you know, trying to help them prepare for the next level, whether it's like college or professional. So I'm definitely going to be still in the game. I'm just not going to, you know, put the wear and tear in my body. And I know I'm going to miss it because I'm such a competitor, but I'm not going to miss the way my body feels like right now. So, you know, you kind of get past
no,
it.
you don't finish every season like this.
I don't finish every season like this, but I've had bad knees for a very long time. I think I'm just a psycho when I'm on the court that is like, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Like, you know, but practice and stuff, I'm still competing, I'm trash talking, but you know, without that in-game adrenaline and stuff, it's harder these days for me to get up and like just want to be out there. When I was young, all I did was play. I wanted to play with the guys, pick up, whatever, but I physically just cannot do that anymore. So, sad.
No, come on. I mean, let's finish this in an optimistic.
Yeah,
note.
but also too, like, you know, all good things come to an end. Like my dad always told me, like, yo, that ball's gonna stop bouncing one day. Like it has to. Like you physically cannot play forever. So I just feel like I've reached a point in my career where I've exceeded the expectations I've had for myself, which is always the most important thing. Like people can put whatever they want on you, but if you feel like you did what you had to do, then, you know, bravo kind of thing. And, you know, I just feel like it has to end at some point. So I can play to keep playing because I'm still pretty good. But like,
that's what pisses me off the most. I mean, you're still pretty darn good.
Yeah, but is there, if I reached a point where I'm, you know, it's not like I'm going to go back to the WNBA or to the Euro League. Like, I'm just kind of like, you know, I've plateaued.
How many years have you been in the W?
I actually played for 4 teams. I never stuck for a full season. So I always got picked up as like the girl that
harsh business
comes in as a replacement player and backup. So I played for Atlanta, San Antonio, New York. And then my last stint was with Chicago in 2018. I played for them for a month while Courtney Vandersloot was in Hungary doing national team duties. But other than that, never stuck for a full season, just, you know, did what I could, appreciated the experience, and I'm grateful, you know, for the time that I did have and just kind of earning my respect over here with the WNBA players. I mean, you know, when we're in Israel, we ain't in the WNBA and you got to play me. And so that's how you earn your respect, you know, regardless. And so I kind of stand on that.
We're close to the end of this conversation. Yeah. The late Tiffany Jackson. How close were you to her?
Over the last couple years, we developed a really good relationship. When I first met Tiffany here, I was playing for Ramadan, and we were playing against each other all the time. And anybody who knows Tiffany knows that she is just as crazy as I am. So me and her used to have words on the court. We're going back and forth, some curse words here and there.
I didn't know that.
Like, it was very spicy for sure. But, you know, after they beat us, it was kind of a scam that they beat us, but okay, whatever. They beat us. And then I joined Ashdod.
You really lived that.
And then I joined Ashdod, and kind of the rest was history from there. We became good friends. Tiffany is like...
I know she wanted... she had, I think, the same dreams, the same... I know that she wanted to be in the NBA also. any conversations you guys had about that ever?
Not so much because, we're still kind of in playing mode. Her last job that she had, she actually took a head coaching job at HBCU, Wiley College. So she was kind of making her way in the coaching scene. She had a short stint with Texas where she was coaching as well. But we used to talk about all kinds of stuff. More so just about life and her experiences and, somebody who has battled cancer. Like, I always just really admired just her as a person and the fighter that she was. Like, one thing me and Shai Duran talk about a lot when we mention Tiffany is just like, there could be something wrong with Tiff and you would never know. She's going to show up with a smile. She's going to show up as a fighter. Like, it just makes me emotional even just thinking about, like, the last message that I had to her. We were talking about just her coaching, and she was trying to get donations and garner some money, for her program because it was a small program. And I didn't even know, like, that, the cancer had come back because that's the type of person she is. She doesn't want to have people feel sorry for her. She wakes up every day and just does what she has to do. And she doesn't even mention it because she has the mindset that she's going to beat it. And, she beat cancer so many times until finally she just couldn't take it anymore. And, it's heartbreaking.
Anything you want to add?
I just want to express, like, my gratitude for just all the people that have supported me since I've been here in Israel. Just watched me fight through the highs and lows and still just showed love. One of the first people that I met in Israel who's actually not a basketball player is Renan. Huge ambassador for the women's league, always helping out foreigners and everybody. So me and him have had a relationship legitimately for 10 years, and he's one of the just best people I know. I could, give a list of just people that have helped me and supported me.
Come on, do that.
But
even if
it would go
forget.
on forever. But I had to mention him because I think, I cannot even, like, put into words, like, all that he's done for me throughout my time. So definitely have to shout him out. And just otherwise, like I said, just the people that have supported me, that rocked with me, that have clapped for me, booed for me, I am grateful for all of that because it, kind of made me the player that I was. And it allowed me to kind of carve out my name in this league. And hopefully I'm somebody that people have a positive experience, thinking about. Like, I'm going to be gone and life goes on and basketball does too. But, even years from now, if somebody can say, wow, like, I remember when, Chelsea played, like, that means so much to me. So I'm just grateful.
Is coaching going to be in your future or just managing?
I've had a lot of actually opportunities to join coaching staffs, especially in college in the States. I have a lot of friends that are head coaches or just being a San Diego State alum. I've had opportunities there to join the coaching staff, but I don't think coaching is in the cards for me. Like, even just being a point guard and, kind of a high IQ player, I don't know if that's something that me personally would thrive at just because I know how I am and I know how much basketball means to me. So if I'm not...
I think you're going to kill a player if you'd be
correct.
A coach.
And if I'm not surrounded by players that are like-minded, like me, that aren't going to cheat the game, that love the game, that are all in, like, I can't do it because it makes me crazy, like, just thinking about it. So I would rather try to grow the game in other ways. Like I said, I do coach my young girls, but it's a little bit different because you have to deal with kids, obviously, differently than you would deal with, like, adults. And also because I just kind of want to help them with their process. There's not a whole bunch of professionals coming out of Vegas that have done everything that I've done. So I feel more connected to them because it's my community and I feel I need to give back to those girls to help them, reach all their goals and dreams. But other than that, I don't think I'm cut out for the sidelines. I'll be acting a fool. I already know, like, so there's just no way.
I'll end this with something that Magic told Larry Bird in his farewell. There would never, ever, ever be another Chelsea Hopkins in this league. Ever.
Wow. I am honored. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for 10 beautiful years in this league. I mean, this league needs more Chelsea's. We don't have enough. And we can see that the crowd is coming, like, in lower and lower numbers. And I think one of the most things that or one of the reasons to come and see women basketball was players like you, or you, specifically you. People wanted to come and see you. And besides the Israeli player, I think that you're going to be missed, man.
We are
really, really, really missed. And that's it. It's like your last 24 hours here.
I'm out tomorrow on a plane back to Vegas, but I'll be back. I will definitely be back, and I'm always going to I'm always going to be just an ambassador for this league and speak highly of Israel. And there will be another Chelsea. Like there will be somebody else
there isn't going to be one.
Basketball always evolves itself. Like nobody thought, anybody would be better than Michael Jordan. And here comes my boy LeBron. So I just want to point out.
Yeah, but he's LeBron. He's not Michael Jordan.
No, he's LeBron, exactly. So I'm just saying there'll always be somebody else, and this league is growing and figuring it out, and I'm excited to look back years from now to see how things have changed and progressed.
I love you, dude.
Love you.
Thank
too,
you
man.
so much for coming. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna end this in Hebrew if I can. זהו, זאת הייתה הקריירה של צ'לסי הופקינס אצלנו בישראל, 10 שנים במלא קבוצות ומלא מאמנים ומלא שחקניות, וזה באמת באמת המעט שיכולנו לעשות כדי קצת לשאול אותם מי הייתה ככה מאחורי הקלעים. תודה רבה שצפיתם, אנחנו אזורית, אני אייל סימן טוב, ואנחנו נתראה פה בקרוב עם סיכומי העונה, ויש לנו פיינל 4 וגמר ועניינים, וביי. נהנתם? מכירים מישהו שהפרק הזה יכול לעניין אותו? שילחו לו, תהיו חברים. רוצים עוד תוכן מעניין? כנסו לטוקס, TOKZ.co.il.